Good evening. My name is Chelsea Corey. I'm the Athletic Director for Clarkston Community Schools, and we are here to discuss the events that took place last night for one of our sports teams.
Ms. Corey, Susan Smith from the Detroit Free Press. My initial question is, can you give us the name of the athlete that was involved in this situation, and also how is she doing this evening?
So as most of you probably know, it was a 16-year-old, so due to privacy reasons we will not be releasing her name. She was treated at a local hospital and was released earlier this afternoon to her parents, so she's doing much better.
Very good, glad to hear that. With regards to the team, will there be consequences for the team as a result of this incident?
Well, the investigation is still ongoing, so we don't have all the information at this point. The team was celebrating a league championship, so we know they're doing very well at this point. What we don't know is if all the athletes were there, if all of them were drinking. We just don't have all the information yet to make a team decision. Again, it will be probably a case-by-case basis depending on which athletes were involved. If it tends to be a majority of the team, there will have to be an entire team consequence.
Mary Morris, Detroit News, Ms. Corey, will there be consequences for Coach Bridges as a result of this incident that occurred last night?
Hi, Mary. Thanks for the question. Again, this is just as we were talking about with the team issue. The investigation is ongoing. We don't know what occurred specifically at Coach Bridges' house. The evening was very long. The drinking could have happened at her house, but also the girls could have gone somewhere else and got alcohol. We don't know even if there was alcohol there, if she bought it or knew that it was there, so we just need to get all the information that we can before we make the decision about Coach Bridges' future here at Clarkston.
As a follow-up to that, do your athletic policies permit coaches to have athletes in their homes?
At this point, our policies do not forbid coaches from having athletes at their homes. We know a lot of our coaches like to host team dinners for their teams throughout the season. However, when you're celebrating a victory of a sort like that, we would probably prefer that it happen at a restaurant or out in public. From now on, we might have to put a rule in to maybe not allow coaches to host their athletes at their houses. We don't want another issue like this to occur.
Susan Wesley, the Oakland Press. My question is, do you have specific consequences written into your policies for underage drinking for your athletes?
We do have a specific policy. It's a rolling policy, so first offense is a 2-game suspension, and as more things occur, it can lead to dismissal from the team. However, it is always another thing that goes by case-by-case basis. We got to look at all the events that are surrounding the incident and decide from there what the consequences should be. But we do have specific policies in store that we can go to try and figure out what needs to happen for each event.
Ms. Corey, at this point, I realize you're still investigating, but in your own position as a position of authority, right now today, can you foresee any changes happening as a result of this incident?
I can definitely see there needs to be more clear lines in our policies. We have a lot of gaps that can be taken either way, so we need to make more strict policies so that coaches know what are allowed and what aren't allowed, and we need to figure out what should be allowed and what is not allowed between coaches and athletes. I know that coaches need to be trusted by their athletes, so it shouldn't be unacceptable for them to come to their coach's house to be able to celebrate something as a team. But at this point, because of all the incidents that occurred last night, we need to make sure that everyone is being safe, and maybe for this to happen at a coach's house, we just need to delete that factor and not allow athletes at the coach's house. Any more questions? Thank you for coming, and we will release more information as it becomes available. Thanks.